Hello and good day, everyone. Welcome back to the Midweek Motivation. My name is Brina, and I come to you every week, right in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day, to give you a word of inspiration, to give you a word of hope. So thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to like and share this video, whatever platform you're listening to it on. Please share it with someone in your sphere of influence. We're live on Facebook on a couple of platforms, including my church's platform, and I want to give them a shout out, Anointed Word Church of Tampa Bay. You can follow them on at AWC Tampa. So we're live there. We're also live on my personal page. So we're live a couple of places on Facebook and YouTube. So please like and share. Okay, so today's word is going to come from the book, Gospel of John, chapter 10. I'm going to read verses 1 through 10. And today I'm going to read from the Amplified Classic Version. I assure you, most solemnly, I tell you, he who does not enter by the door into the sheepfold, but climbs up some other way, elsewhere from some other quarter, is a thief and a robber. But he who enters by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. The watchman opens the door for this man, and the sheep listen to his voice and heed it. And he calls his own sheep by name and brings or leads them out. Verse 4, when he has brought his own sheep outside, he walks on before them. And the sheep follow him because they know his voice. They will never on any account follow a stranger, but will run away from him because they do not know the voice of strangers or recognize their call. Verse 6, Jesus used this parable illustration with them, but they did not understand what he was talking about. So Jesus said again, I assure you, most solemnly I tell you, that I myself am the door of the sheep. All others who came as such before me are thieves and robbers, but the true sheep did not listen to or obey them. I am the door. Anyone who enters in through me will be saved or will live. He will come in and he will go out freely and will find pasture. And then verse 10, the thief comes only in order to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have and enjoy life and have it in abundance to the full till it overflows. So the word for today is the full life. Now, life can be very busy and full, right? At times, we're trying to balance work, home life, church, hobbies, children, all the things, school, and on top of that, we're trying to rest. And all most people want is just to be able to live a good life, to be able to live a contented, fulfilled, satisfied life. But many of us are living in discontentment. We're trying to figure out how we can get to contentment, but a lot of us are just living in a state of dissatisfaction. We're looking at what other people are doing, and we're comparing our lives to what their lives look like. And that's not a good thing. Comparison is not a good thing. And that might be a topic that I cover a little bit later on a future midweek motivation. So we're busy trying to do all the things, and yet we feel like something is missing, that our lives are not full. So let's search the scriptures to see what the scriptures say about how we can live a full life. So we read in John 10, and we read verses 1 through 10. And verse 10 says that Jesus came that they might have and enjoy life and have it in abundance to the full until it overflows. And again, that's the Amplified. We believers are the they that we're talking about in this passage. So Jesus came so that we could have a full and enjoyable life. So how can we do that? That's the question on the table. Have you ever seen sheep following their shepherd and wondered how they know to follow this person? They've spent enough time with him to know his voice, and they have experience with him. He's taken care of them in the past, and so they know that he will continue to do that. So they follow him. We believers are Jesus's sheep. And John 10 tells us that we're to listen to his voice, listen for his voice, and follow him. This passage also says that Jesus goes before us so that we can follow him and do what he says to do. Now, if we follow someone else, like the thief or the robber, we're going to be led astray and led in the wrong direction. So Jesus is our shepherd. He's our leader. He guides us in the way that we should go. So what does this have to do with living a full life? When we follow the shepherd, Jesus, he will lead us to the things that will provide us with fullness, contentment, peace, all those things that we seek. Jesus will lead us to those things. We all want this, right? We all desire these things, but we have to be careful that we're not following the wrong source, the things that we think are going to lead to contentment and peace. Jesus is the one who will lead us. He's going before us. He will lead us so that we can experience these things and have a full life in him. Now, this is a life that we could not create on our own. We might think that we can create this life, but we can experience it by following Jesus, by his leading, by his guidance. We want to live this life fully and completely, and we can do that in Jesus Christ. So let's stop looking for contentment everywhere else and fulfillment and fullness everywhere else. The source of that is Jesus, because he is the source of all things. He created all things. 2 Peter 1:3 tells us that his divine power has given to us all things that pertain to life and godliness through the knowledge of him who's called us by his glory and virtue. So we have access to all things to live a full life. And we have that access by following our good shepherd, and that is Jesus. He is the correct source for our peace, our contentment, and our fulfillment. So be mindful of who you're following. Seek Jesus today so that you can find rest, fulfillment, contentment, peace, so that you can live a full life in him today. So that's the word, a full life. Please like and share the video.